Right now, live at 5, the president and Democratic nominee prepare to take the stage in the battleground state of Ohio in the first debate of this presidential campaign. Plus, in Superior, one person is in custody as police investigate a suspicious death, what we know so far.
Stranded in the Boundary Waters for 2 weeks, a lost pup has been found.
And later, a positive COVID-19 test has forced the Vikings to suspend team activities. Kelly Henseth will have a breakdown later in the show.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over the city of Duluth. We are looking ahead to President Trump's visit tomorrow night, but first, he and Democratic candidate Joe Biden will meet in their first debate of the campaign. Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki. Anthony has the night off. Before we get to election news, we're learning Superior Police have arrested a man in connection to his mother's murder. Authorities responded to a home near Norwood Avenue and Gates Avenue in the Central Park neighborhood just before 7 o'clock this morning. Someone there called 911 saying a person needed medical help. Once on scene, police learned Cindy Bennett was allegedly killed during a fight with her adult son. She died at the scene. Police arrested the man. He's at the Douglas County Jail tonight waiting to be charged. Superior Police say there is no danger to the public at this time. They did not say what led up to the fight. We'll update you when more details come in. In politics, President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden are preparing for their first debate tonight. The event is being held in the battleground state of Ohio on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. Skylar Henry is in Cleveland with what you can expect.
President Trump left the White House this afternoon without taking questions, just hours before his first showdown with Democratic nominee Joe Biden. With 5 weeks left in a campaign marked by personal attacks, the candidates seem eager to confront each other on stage.
I'm prepared to go out and make my case as to why I think he's failed.
People are going to vote for him because they feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him, too. I feel sorry for him.
Today, the president's team complained that Biden aides refused to allow a pre-debate inspection of electronic earpieces. The Trump campaign said they refused a Biden request for multiple breaks during the 90-minute event. Organizers hope the format of this evening's matchup will spur debate.
If they interchange with each other we feel that the public has learned something with regard to their stance on the important issues, then we call that a success.
The crowd inside the auditorium here at Case Western Reserve University will be small, no more than 100 people. But Cleveland officials are bracing for the possibility of large protests off campus. A security perimeter has been set up around the debate hall. 300 members of the Ohio National Guard have been deployed to assist law enforcement in the area. The Secret Service and the FBI are also on hand.
Cleveland has been a peaceful place lately, and let's keep it that way.
This debate was supposed to be held at Notre Dame University in Indiana, but the school cited the coronavirus pandemic when it withdrew in July. Signs are already on the seats here at the debate hall, indicating social distancing will be enforced.
Meanwhile, a day ahead of the president's campaign rally in Duluth, city leaders say they've shared concerns about safety during the pandemic. In a statement, Duluth leaders say the city's administration expressed those concerns to the Duluth Airport Authority, Monaco Air, and the Trump campaign. When asked, city spokespeople were not able to share what specifically those concerns are. They did say they have received feedback from community members and shared that with the parties we just mentioned. They added they hope the rally will follow COVID safety measures. President Trump's rally is set for 8 o'clock tomorrow night at the Duluth International Airport. In similar events held around the country recently, including in Bemidji back on September 18th, big crowds have gathered, some wearing masks, others not. We reached out to Duluth Airport officials to discuss how they're preparing to handle the event during the pandemic. They turned us down for an interview today. During his visit to Hermantown on September 18th, Trump's Democratic challenger, Joe Biden, held a campaign speech with no crowd in place. In other political news, Wisconsin's governor is urging people across the state to get on the same team as cases there continue to soar. Governor Tony Evers says the state is seeing its highest case totals since the pandemic started. Wisconsin reported 17 new COVID-19 deaths today. That's the state's highest single-day death toll since May. The number of people hospitalized, 640, is also at an all-time high. The state's 7-day average in new cases is 3 times higher than a month ago, and Wisconsin ranks third in new cases per capita over the past 2 weeks. State health officials are calling it a crisis.
We are 9 months into this pandemic, and right now it's not slowing down, it's picking up speed. We have got to put the brakes on this pandemic. And yes, it starts with wearing a mask whenever you are out and about.
Governor Evers also mentions that despite the increase in cases, K-12 school cases are not driving the recent surge in Wisconsin. The U.S. Department of Transportation announced millions of dollars to reimburse counties nationwide dealing with the aftermath of natural disasters. Minnesota is receiving almost $5 million. Carleton and Coochin counties are among the areas receiving funding. The money will help them continue cleanup after a disastrous flood back in 2018 that damaged many roads and bridges. U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao said it's important to keep rural roads safe.
Rural America suffers a disproportionately high rate of traffic accidents and fatalities. And 44% of urban dwellers travel on rural roads. So it is very important that we address the state of rural roads and bridges.
For more information on the funding, you can head to our website. Today, President Trump's Supreme Court pick, Judge Amy Coney Barrett, is on Capitol Hill for her first of many meetings with members of the Senate. The White House is calling for a quick confirmation, though some Democrats have voted not to meet with her. Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill with more.
Vice President Mike Pence accompanied Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett to Capitol Hill for her first full day of meetings with lawmakers.
The American people deserve a justice like Judge Amy Coney Barrett, and the American people deserve 9 justices on the Supreme Court.
But Tuesday's meetings were only scheduled with Republican members as the White House and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell try to fast-track her confirmation ahead of the November 3rd election.
Should she recuse herself from election cases in the next couple of months?
Of course not.
That's one of the questions that senators on the Judiciary Committee could ask when confirmation hearings begin on October 12th. The White House has decided not to go with a traditional Sherpa or guide for Judge Barrett's confirmation process here on the Hill. Instead, the White House counsel and chief of staff will work directly with Senate Republicans. While conservatives have praised the pick, Senate Democrats have voiced opposition to the nomination and the timing. Some say they will not meet with Judge Barrett, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who appeared on ABC's The View Tuesday.
She's so far away from the American people, and it's a lifetime appointment. It could set America back for a generation.
Critics argue that adding Judge Barrett to the High Court's conservative majority could lead to striking down the Affordable Care Act or reversing the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision on abortion, 2 topics that will likely dominate the confirmation hearings next month.
When Judge Barrett was nominated to the appeals court, she told senators during that hearing that Roe v. Wade is a settled precedent. Legal analysts say the Supreme Court may not hear a direct challenge to Roe v. Wade anytime soon, but will likely consider cases that would chip away at abortion rights. Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather. Dave, not too bad out there today, but it sounds like some rain might be coming our way.
Yeah, we're in between systems right now,
Okay.
Kristen. So we had some clouds and some showers this morning and some nice autumn-like sunshine this afternoon. Well, of course, sunset's coming, so that'll put an end to the daylight hours. And the clouds will filter in at the same time as this low-pressure system from the west comes to call. And it'll bring showers back to our region probably by midnight. And they'll stay showery through tomorrow morning, and then perhaps become thunderstorms in the afternoon. Late-season thunderstorms coming our way. And we're hoping for some rain to come our way, of course. And this system may last into early Thursday morning. Up near the Canadian border, we could go from a quarter to a half inch. The rest of us might fight over the scraps, about a tenth to a quarter there. But again, the way the rain has been rolling, we'll take every little bit we can get. And here's what we get for Wednesday with our temperatures. It'll start at 42, finish at 55. And so it's a little bit cooler today. But frankly, over the next couple of days, it's going to get even colder than that. And we'll talk about for how long coming up in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, bars are reopening across Ashland after a brief shutdown order, but spectator sporting events are officially off in Bayfield. City by City is next. And tonight at 6, as COVID-19 cases rise across the country, Google Maps is making it easier to navigate away from areas that are most affected. Find out how tonight.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3.
The Kelly Clarkson Show right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
The Garage, it's your space. Get a garage fit for a king or queen with our Regal Eagle 26 by 28 garage. Store all the equipment needed to rule your kingdom today. No matter what you put in your space, trust us to build it right. Economy garages, built right, priced.
Storm damage happens, and when it does, turn to Peak Construction Roofing, the Northland's storm damage experts. Peak simplifies the process for you every step of the way. We offer insurance claims assistance and free storm damage inspections. Call Peak Construction Roofing today and let us take care of you.
How can you show appreciation and say thanks to our area retail workers? While all gifts are appreciated, here is what helps keep us safe. The greatest gift of all. First, don't shop if you're not feeling well. Stay home and ask friends or family to help you. Keep your trips to a minimum. Pick up 2 weeks of supplies at a time if possible. Wash your hands before you come in and wear a cloth face cover. You can use a mask or a bandana. If possible, keep those cute kids at home and don't touch things you don't plan on buying. Keep your cash in your piggy bank and pay with your debit or credit card. Finally, try not to touch your face and be sure to wash your hands when you get home. Thank you for your help in creating a safer community.
I'm Quinn Nystrom, and I approve this message.
Pete Stauber and our healthcare. It's like the fox guarding the hen house. Stauber took tens of thousands of dollars from corporate special interests, like the healthcare industry, and voted against lowering drug prices 5 times. Stauber even voted to let insurance companies sell junk plans that deny coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. We can't trust Pete Stauber to guard our healthcare.
Season 2 is here, y'all. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more, Kelly, can it
The
get?
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
The Social Security Administration just released a report saying that if a plan like the one Trump is proposing goes into effect, the Social Security Trust Fund would be, and I quote, permanently depleted by the middle of calendar year 2023. Put it plainly, Trump's plan would wipe out Social Security. If I'm your president, we're going to protect Social Security and Medicare. You have my word. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Spirit Mountain, which will be staying open for winter season after a city council vote last night. We have the details on that coming up tonight at 10. Now let's take a look around the region. Spectator sports are canceled in Bayfield, plus a new fire chief in Chisholm. Let's head around the Northland, city by city. The city of Chisholm is appointing a new fire chief following the resignation of Chief Bob Brown earlier this week. Assistant Fire Chief Chris Masucci is expected to take over the chief position after Brown was pushed to resign by members of his department. Brown resigned effective immediately during a teleconference with the City Council last Wednesday. He plans to submit a formal letter of resignation by the end of the week. He served as the city's fire chief for 40 years. Now to Bayfield, where the county health department is putting a stop to all sporting and spectator events starting Saturday. The order was issued by the health department on Monday in response to a rise in COVID cases around the Bay Area. The county recorded a record 23 cases last week. And finally, we'll finish off in Ashland, where Public Health Officer Elizabeth Zote is speaking out against the reopening of area bars. This comes after the order for bars to close was rescinded by the county. The closure came as COVID cases continue to rise in the Ashland area. The order was rescinded because of a state law requiring early public notice before the mandatory closure of area businesses. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, how a Good Samaritan stepped up to help find a family's furry friend in the middle of the Boundary Waters.
The sun is shining right now on Blackjack Mountain near Bessemer, but the clouds will fill in later tonight, and it could rain on those mountains and the Minnesota mountains, and everybody in between through tomorrow. We'll talk about the odds for late season thunderstorms coming up right after our break.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
Ready, set, internet. Extreme has the speed and price to get you online fast. Stop waiting and get going for as low as $19.99 a month for a year, with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig, powerful in-home Wi-Fi, and 99.99% network reliability. Extreme has what you need to stay ahead and stay on track. Hurry and get Extreme Internet for as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2.
On the fence as to whether or not to get your flu shot this season? Ely Bloomington Community Hospital is making the decision a no-brainer with free drive-up flu shots on October 3rd and 24th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's quick, easy, and free. Do your part to keep you and your community safe from the flu with Ely Bloomington Community Hospital.
I'm Tina Smith. I approve this message. It's frustrating in Washington sometimes. It is hard to get things done, but you have to keep on trying. If you look for that common ground, you can figure it out. Here's an example. There is a real shortage of access to maternal care in small towns and rural areas. So I teamed up with Lisa Murkowski from Alaska, who sees exactly the same thing in her state. And it doesn't matter that I'm a Democrat and she's a Republican. We both see the same problem. If you try, you can find common ground. And I think that's what I'm in Washington to do.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day.
Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki every Tuesday at 10. Brought to you by Iron Mining Association, Range Regional Airport, and Miners National Bank of Evelyn. Only on live, local CBS 3.
Fond du Lac Casino is hiring. Apply today.
A brand new season is here. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more, Kelly, can it get? Air hugs only, people.
You're the most beautiful pirate.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. CBS 3 Weather is brought to you by Economy Garages. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, the day started a little bit gray and maybe a touch gloomy and a little bit chilly as well, but when the sun popped out for a lot of places in the afternoon, temperatures went back up and did all right. Pretty close to normal for this time of year. Hibbing, 61. Duluth Airport, 61. Silver Bay at 61 as well. Even 58 in Hayward's really not so bad for October staring you in the face. A little bit cooler perhaps towards Grand Marais, up the Gunflint and down towards the shore, but even 54 degrees isn't so bad. Well, I think we're probably going to follow suit and end up with temperatures like Grand Marais tomorrow. And then that's just a stopgap measure, because after tomorrow, we could dip into the 40s for a couple of days, but not forever. There will be a warm-up coming back. We'll tell you when in just a bit. Right now, we'll tell you about the current conditions at the airport. It's 60 degrees there, 53% for the relative humidity. Westerly-southwesterly wind is running 13 miles per hour and could gust towards 20 as a low-pressure system works through our region tomorrow afternoon, bringing a chance for some thunderstorms. Air pressure right now, 29.64 inches of mercury, 1,004 millibars, is already on the lower side since we're caught between two low-pressure systems. Temperatures right now run lower to mid-50s in the Upper Peninsula, so not everybody has it hot right now. And we're looking at upper 50s to lower 60s in northwestern Wisconsin, and a similar range of temperatures happening for our friends in Minnesota. Cool spot seems to be right by the lake in Grand Marais at only 49 degrees, and day after tomorrow, 40s is probably what we're going to get for at least 2 days before things start to mellow out and warm up once again. So here's the rain showers from earlier this morning. Nothing overly vigorous, nothing we had to send any alerts out for. There is still a little bit of rain activity happening in the Arrowhead of Minnesota, but again, a lot of towns have sunshine at this hour, but it shall not last. Number one, sunset, we'll put the kibosh on that, of course. And the approach of this second low-pressure system brings back the clouds. After midnight, we get a chance for the showers to return, just in case your town doesn't have them right now. And by tomorrow afternoon, it brings a 60% chance for showers and thunderstorms. Not expecting anything severe, but if you're right under one of those cumulonimbus clouds, you could get a downpour, which may give you some decent rain totals. Then come Thursday, higher pressure settles in for at least a little while. It may not clear up our sky very much, but at least it'll dry us up before this next low brings us a shower chance on Saturday. Now, let's take a look at our forecast for tonight in Minnesota, where low temps will be perilously close to the 30s up north, 40 International Falls, 40 for the Ely Tower area, and then 41 to 47 for much of the rest of the region. 40% shower chance after midnight, 50% chance for it coming into Wisconsin and Michigan. Low temps there in the lower 40s. For tomorrow, daytime highs, Wisconsin and Michigan, 53 to 56. 70% chance for those afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms there. 60% shot for folks in Minnesota with high temps in the 50s. And now with the extended forecast, here comes that rundown in temperatures. They go down from 55 Wednesday to only 45 or so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But once Saturday's little trough of lower pressure goes and we get that shower chance, Kristen, back to 50 on Sunday and 60 by next Tuesday.
All right. This weekend I did the whole switcheroo with my summer and spring clothes and brought out the fall stuff. So here we are.
And brought in the dock too, right?
That's right. Got it done.
Sad time of year.
It is. Thanks, Dave. Well, speaking of sadness, some sad news from the Vikings camp today. Kelly joins us with the latest. Kelly, not what fans want to hear.
No, not at all. Unfortunately, the bad news for the Minnesota Vikes just keeps on coming. As of today, after an 0-3 start, the team is now officially suspended all in-person team activities after 3 Tennessee Titans players tested positive for COVID-19. As of right now, Minnesota has released this statement that they have not received any positive test results following Sunday's game. That's good news, in which the Vikings fell to the Titans 31-30 at US Bank Stadium. Now, per NFL protocols, all activities have been suspended. The Vikings will continue to monitor the situation and perform additional testing to determine when they can reopen. And both teams are working closely with infectious disease experts to evaluate close contacts and perform additional testing as well. No word yet on this weekend's road game against the Houston Texans. In total, 8 Titans personnel have tested positive, 3 players and 5 staff members. What we can count as positive news is that no one from the Vikings has tested positive, but it still leaves this weekend's game up in the air due to contact tracing and everything like that. So we're definitely going to keep you guys updated as this story continues. Kristen?
All right, thanks, Kelly. Well, an incredible story out of the Boundary Waters tonight. After 11 days lost in the wilderness, search crews looking for a missing dog got the phone call of a lifetime today. A Tibetan Terrier named Eden joined her family on a camping trip to the BWCA in mid-September. But while her owners were portaging, the 6-year-old pup went missing. That was back on September 17th. After several days of searching, her owners were forced to head home to the state of Virginia without Eden. But that all changed today when Eden's family got the call that a couple camping had found her a few days ago. While we don't know many details quite yet, Eden was found about 5 miles from where she went missing. A group called the Retrievers headed up the search for her. They say help from social media and the community helped bring this pup home.
We have a lot of community support and backing, obviously the Good Samaritans that want to help us, and we just keep hope alive.
Well, speaking of social media, that's where a Good Samaritan from the Twin Cities area first saw Eden's story. He made plans to camp in the BWCA for a week and look for the animal. We'll have more on his story and hear from Eden's owners coming up tonight on the CBS3 News at 6. Well, in some other pet-related news, let's talk about adoptable pets. Meet Zeke. He's a young husky full of life and personality. The perfect family for Zeke would be a loving family who is active and ready to teach him basic life skills such as sit, stay, and how to walk on a leash without pulling. If you're interested in adopting Zeke, you can reach out to the Precious Paws Humane Society in my hometown of Chisholm at 218-254-3300. Still to come, paramedics have a new way to travel in England. Details when we come back.
The National Home Furnishings event has come to Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Up to 15% off sale prices with instant factory rebates. Plus no interest until 2022 and free shipping. Hurry! The National Home Furnishings event ends Saturday at Home Furniture.
Northwest Outlet, now with extended hours, Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Now, get up to 60% off on Columbia and the North Face summer clothing and footwear at your favorite store, Northwest Outlet, during the end of summer sale. Check out our camping department. We've splashed items up to 30% off. Nobody carries more Carhartt and Ariat FR clothing for hard-working men and women than Northwest Outlet. Our truck headquarters carries toppers, lids, liners, and all accessories you'll want for your truck. Come and get it at Northwest Outlet Superior.
It's been said, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And these young artists mirrored the best, the masters that came before them. The legacy lives on.
Dante was killed in Pearl Harbor. We had a very hard time getting Dante flown home to Duluth, running into roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. Pete Stauber was very much there for us every bit of the way. And he would look at us and he'd say, we're going to make that happen for you.
Thursday night, the family of Dante Teeny got him back.
Pete came through for our family with flying colors. He sees the needs of the people and he fights for them.
I'm Pete Stauber and I approve this message.
So you made it all the way up to the North Pole?
Yep, and the South. But I need good Medicare coverage so I can keep exploring.
Well, we have a range of Medicare Advantage plans, some including dental, vision, prescription, and travel benefits.
Can I find them online?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can give us a call.
Sounds good.
Well, our stop is just up ahead.
So that was the shortest ride I think I've ever been on.
Yeah, quarantine legs. Gotta work those muscles back up.
A woman who was young had COVID-19. I remember her because she had a bracelet that had the names of her children. She asked me, "Doctor, am I going to be okay?" And I could not give her the answer that I wanted to give her. There's no excuse for why we don't have this under control at this point. Joe Biden listens to medical experts. He actually has a plan that does the things that we should have been doing many months ago. And Joe Biden is not going to let his ego get in the way of fighting the disease.
FFPAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
A new way to find COVID-19 hotspots at the click of a button.
Today we got just a couple stray little showers. There's a chance, though, tomorrow could be a little more substantial, and we'll talk about totals.
Tonight at 6.
Now at Home Seasonal Concepts, all porch and patio wicker is on sale with savings up to 50% on all your favorite outdoor wicker furniture. Plus, get free no-contact shipping and no-interest financing until 2022. All porch and patio wicker on sale now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Paramedics are used to traveling by ambulance and even by helicopter to deliver emergency care. But soon they could be taking to the skies over England in jetpacks. Riley Carlson shows us how the jetpacks can help access hard-to-reach areas even faster.
This could be the future of remote medicine. A paramedic with a jetpack reaching places helicopters can't, helping critically ill patients much quicker. England's Great North Air Ambulance Service is hoping to launch the first jet suit paramedic.
Nobody in the world would expect that as an air ambulance we could get to someone in a jet suit in a matter of minutes and get them some pain relief or ultimately, in the worst cases, save their life.
On a test flight in northwest England, the jetpack navigated rocky hillsides in just 90 seconds, a journey officials say would take 25 minutes on foot. The suit is covered in 5 mini jet engines, can reach 32 miles an hour, and flies for about 5 minutes.
We're not talking about big distances, but we're talking about steep gradients, and that's the difference.
The designer, Gravity Industries, is in talks with paramedics to make modifications to the suit. They're hoping to reach their first patients by jetpack next summer.
We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Have our certified nurse midwives provide personal one-on-one support and guidance for your next pregnancy. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet, your simple and affordable choice for bathtubs, showers, surrounds, and safety tubs. Right now, we are offering 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2022, or get your dream bathroom for as little as $69 a month. This offer ends September 30th, so call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service and down to earth price.
Prime Appliance had hundreds of appliances on back order due to factory shutdowns. Then in 1 week, 3 truckloads showed up unexpectedly. So we decided truckload sale with overstock prices like this. Whirlpool 18 cubic foot smudge-free stainless refrigerators, just $6.96. Or GE and Amana gas ranges starting at just $449. Financing always available. Have our pros deliver and install or take it home today. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
I've been suffering from PTSD and anxiety for 17 years, and it has helped tremendously more than the pharmaceutical medication I've been taking.
To learn more, visit us online. Be well with us at Ketamine North Infusion.
Season 2 is
The
here,
Kelly
y'all.
Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Clean water. Some of us take it for granted. Not me. I'm Beth Myers. I have the honor of representing you in the State Assembly. It wasn't that long ago that my family was struggling. We went 7 years without running water. The health of our families and our economy depends on clean water. That's why I'm fighting so hard against special interests who want to pollute our land and water. I'm Beth Myers, and I promise I will never take you or the Northland for granted.
Season 2 is here, y'all. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more, Kelly, can it
The
get?
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Coming up tonight at 6, an incredible story out of the Boundary Waters tonight. After 11 days lost in the wilderness, search crews looking for a missing dog got the phone call of a lifetime today. We'll have that story at 6.